Bird. She has been bringing us great personal care products here to QVC for over 5 years.
Hi,
Good morning. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So it's really important that we know our numbers. And you were explaining to me, you know, we take into account a lot of different numbers like
our weight and our temperature, but very few people really think about their blood pressure unless they're in the doctor's office or unless they're told by their doctor that they need to start monitoring their blood pressure. But the statistics really are staggering. 1 in 3 adults suffer from high blood pressure, 1 in 3 women suffer from high blood pressure, and 65% of the people over the age of 60 suffer from high blood pressure. If those, I always say, if those were the stats for the lottery, everyone would be out getting a ticket.
Right.
You know, but it's not. It's for high blood pressure, and that puts you at risk for a heart attack. This Veridian blood pressure monitor is clinically accurate, and that's the most important feature that you can have in a blood pressure monitor, because you want to get the right numbers every time. 120/80 is what you're looking for as far as that is concerned. There's a 120/86 right there. I'm scrolling through, as you can see here. This holds up to 60 readings in its memory, and it has a date and time stamp on it.
Which is nice, so no more logging.
Right,
and
you don't have to
keep
write
a
it
book.
down. It just automatically dumps it right in there for you.
And we're going to show you how easy it is to use. Let me show you what you're going to get. So, of course, you're going to have your blood pressure cuff, and it comes in your choice of color. We have it in blue, and we have it in purple. The batteries are included, which is nice, and you even have a little storage case or a travel case. So this is really kind of one-touch operation, right?
It really is. And what you're going to do, oh, I love that. I saw that on the other day. When you get this home, you're going to put the batteries in on the left side, right over here. There's a little slip that you put them in on, and they come with it, as you said. You're going to put it on your left wrist facing you. It goes on the inside where your pulse is, the opposite way of the way you would wear a watch. And it's one button control. I'm going to press the start button. You're going to sit quietly with your legs uncrossed. It's going to automatically begin to take your systolic rate first, and then your diastolic rate. And then when you see that heart start pumping there, that means it's taking your pulse. Down at the bottom is a date and time stamp, and that's important because that gets dumped into the memory of your blood pressure right there. Your 118/74, very good, with a pulse of 81. Now it will get dumped into the memory automatically, and then you can scroll through and show your doctor what your heart health has been for the last 60 readings.
And that really makes it a lot easier for your doctor as well. To help diagnose any problems that you may have. And also, we talked about white coat syndrome.
Right.
Maybe you go to the doctor's office, they check your blood pressure, and you get a high reading.
Because you're nervous, and it's not normally high. So you can say, you know, maybe it was high today because I'm here with you and I'm a little nervous, but look what my heart health has been for the last 60 days or the last 60 readings. And when you get this home, we suggest that you do take it to your doctor and show it to him. Chances are, because of the Veridian name, he has a Veridian machine in his office. That's how good this is.
Right. I mean, they've been around over 50 years.
Yes.
So you probably have seen Veridian in professional settings, and now they make it for home use as well. If you'd like the blue option, it's really popular this morning, and the purple is also available. This is a while supplies last price. It's under $30. And when this is gone, we're not able to bring it back at that price. So it is important to know your numbers. With that statistic you put out there, Lori,
Crazy.
1 in 3 women
1 in 3 women has high blood pressure. And the thing is that it's the silent killer. It's called the silent killer for a reason, and that's because you very rarely have any symptoms. And not having any symptoms is a scary idea. How do you know then if you have it? Well, you need to monitor it.
Right.
And so you have something in your home that makes it convenient. And when you do get this home, we suggest you take your blood pressure first thing in the morning, when you put your feet on the floor after getting up from bed. Take a baseline reading of what your blood pressure is when you're calm and just haven't woken up. Then take it throughout the day to see what it may turn into. If it is high, we suggest that you call your doctor and go to see a professional with regard to whether or not you may have high blood pressure. But it is a way of keeping control of something that is easily controlled. If you do have high blood pressure, in many cases, it can be controlled.
Right, yeah, they have all kinds of
medications out there,
right.
yeah, that can take care of it. So to know, to have the knowledge is to have the power. And a lot of times you hear people say you need to take your health into your own hands and be your own advocate. This is a way to do that because the statistics are staggering. 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure, 1 in 3 women have high blood pressure, and 65% of people over the age of 60 have high blood pressure.
You know, it's interesting. My mother, she was just telling me she had kind of her annual checkup, and she's been on high blood pressure medication. And the doctor said, you know what, I don't think you need high blood pressure medication. But the doctor wanted her to keep monitoring, took her off the medication, but said, I want you to still keep a record of your blood pressure. This is a great way for her to do so because it logs it for her. She won't have to manually write it down. That's what my dad had to do back in the day. Always keep a little log in a book. So this does it for you. And then that way, like you said, it gives her and the doctor a way to really keep an eye on her pressure and whether or not she needs to continue with medication.
You're exactly right. And let's do it again just for people who might just now be tuning in. When you get this home, you're going to put the 2 AAA batteries that come with it in the side right here. There's a little grip right here to help you get the side off. And you are going to be good to go right from the start. You can set the date and time. You press the start button, keep your wrist at heart height and your legs uncrossed and sit quietly. It's going to automatically take your systolic and diastolic rate. It's beginning to take your pulse right now, and down here at the bottom is the date and time stamp of when you took this pressure so that it can be dumped into the memory, which is the memory button is right up here. 119/74, very good. 86 is your pulse. And again, that gets dumped right in here. It gives you the average of the last 3 that you took, and it will hold up to 60 readings.
That's
and if
2 months worth.
That's 2 months worth. I'm going to scroll through rather quickly because I want to show you the irregular heartbeat indicator that comes up. This has an irregular heartbeat indicator on it, another feature that's important for your doctor to know if you have an irregular heartbeat.
Well, this, we can't get back at this price. It's under $30. And what an important tool in your health.
Right.
So blue and purple are your color choices. You get the batteries, your manual, and as well the travel case. I actually had a doctor's appointment when I was pregnant last year. And I came in and they take your blood pressure and they said, the doctor is concerned. Your reading is really high. And so I said, you know what, let's check it again a little bit later because I was running late. I was pregnant, right? And so after, near the end of my visit, they did take it again, and it was kind of that white coat syndrome. You know, I was just, you know, very stressed, and it was not a true reading and history of my blood pressure. But how can you know? This is the only way to know, is to actually monitor it with the blood pressure cuff.
Yeah, and your blood pressure does fluctuate throughout the day. So when you take your readings, they're not going to always show up exact. Yours wasn't exact, but it was very close. So you know that it does fluctuate, and it's easy for you to now keep a monitor on it when it does fluctuate.
Well, 600 of our Veridian blood pressure monitor have been ordered, and this comes from Veridian. Over 50 years in the healthcare industry, you've probably seen Veridian items in your doctor's office. So this at under $30 at a while supplies last price. Lori Pickford, good to see you as always. V32926 is your item number. And also I wanted to give you a quick look at our best value of the day. It's from Women with Control. It's a tunic and ankle pant set. And